So we're here because of programming, and we are all, well, most of us are programmers, and let me tell you about the power of programming. It's the second profession that has the potential to impact billions of people around the world. So no other profession has that power except for being a world leader, maybe, or a general at some army. If you think about it, it's really true. Nobody can do something of the size of what we do, which is about, what's the largest APK? 28 MB. It can affect billions of people, like WhatsApp and all these little programs. So, okay. So we're pretty powerful, but why don't we realize it yet? Why aren't we all building Facebooks, or why aren't we all Makrams or Zuckerbergs? Why is that? It's because, well, I'm going to tell you why I'm not that. I'm not as good as these guys, because when I was proposed to talk here, I said I don't know what to talk about, but I do know what I don't know, which is I do know that I don't know that much. I'm not that good. These guys are very, very better. So I'm going to tell you why I'm not that good. It's because I'm afraid of programming. I'm not afraid, what I mean by afraid of programming, I'm not afraid of the act itself. I'm not afraid of sitting at my desk and going like this. It's that I'm afraid of the obstacles that usually come up when you start to program. Some of these obstacles are afraid of a blank page, what to write, how do I begin? Afraid of what I'm going to write is going to be reinventing the wheel. Nobody's going to use it, or I can't do it, I don't know how. Afraid of finishing a project, afraid of not finishing a project, afraid of coming up short. So many reasons that we all think of and we all drop out and stop trying because of. These reasons are all legitimate. And at work, it becomes so much more magnified. When I was in the program sequence, it was a sort of work environment. Some people had very serious expectations out of you, and you had to deliver. And that's when I was really pushed to do something. So work magnifies these fears, really. You become so afraid of failing that it has so much to do with your ego and what you think of yourself. And every one of these fears contributes to a lack of self-confidence. Even if you notice now, I can't even compare myself to these guys. So I say, they're much better. Maybe I'm better. But I haven't realized it yet enough to say it with a full mouth. So I cover. I بتخبى ورا فكرة إنه I'm the little guy. So everybody starts to think, yeah, he's good, and you start hearing people telling you, yeah, you're pretty good, man, you're pretty good. But unless you see it in front of you, you're not going to believe that you're that good. You're always going to be, for example, you're Googling and you come up with Stack Overflow. You see some guy, Commonsware. Anybody know Commonsware? The most infamous guy on Stack Overflow, 60,000 million reputation. So this guy is, how old is he? He's about 31. What are you, 25? What's your reason? Why aren't you like that? It's because he has a passion for what he does. And as a solution for these problems, I found that many wise people have told me, and people of my age, that you should break things down. We should stop thinking, for example, Makram's presentation. I know Lisp. If I didn't know Lisp, this would be pretty intimidating, because it just looks so unfamiliar. Because why does it look so unfamiliar? Because you look at it as a big blob of thing, you know. But at work, for example, I'm gonna speak in Arabic شوي. Lab geeks. At work, بدي اب تحكي تويتر بصير تعمل انت تويت والكاستمر طالبين انه بيطلع هيك بوب اب وبتعمل له شغله بيفوتها وبيحكي مع فيسبوك بيعمل انكمبريت فريند اوكي جمعه معك. I don't know how to do that. But I know what Facebook API is, and I know Google. So I Google Facebook API. خيي بس بدي أنا أفوت على الفيسبوك API. I just want a JSON response. ما بدي أكتر من هيك. For now, I just want a JSON response. I break it up into little pieces that I can digest. I know how to get a JSON response. Abu Rab, I can get a JSON response. So I get that. طيب, that's over. I want to send a JSON request. Request. I want to send a JSON request, but in the form of a reply to Facebook. Google API, Facebook API, method خاصة بشيء, something like that. I start to piece together كل pieces of the project, of that big scary issue, and I start to take them down, واحد بواحد. There is no other way. There's no secret sauce to doing this stuff. Soon enough, you're going to start finding out that the place you were at about a couple of months ago, some guy شوي هيك dabbled around with code, there's another guy looking up at you as if you were looking up at Makram or other people or Donald Derek. Maybe, you know? So you'll start to get ahead fear, and you realize, these people, fuck man, these people have really tried so much. No one was able to do it right from the start. Just like you passed through it, he just tried more. Yani. For every hour you spent, he spent 3. And at one point, I realized, it was so scary, I realized what I've been missing all this time. Because I'd done something in one night. It was his senior project. And the guy called me up and said, I have to do this. You have to do it. It was pretty complicated. It was a social network search engine. So you search for a term, brings up all back the results من كل search social networks, LinkedIn, etc. It was done in one night because we just sat there and we wouldn't get up. يعني بيجي moment where you don't get the reply and the computer is ruthless. The compiler is ruthless. There is ما في مراحمة. You do it 10 times 20 مرة ما عنده مشكلة. Null pointer exception. روح ظبط. Some point you're going to go I can't. ما بقى في. You feel choked. You feel afraid. I failed. It's right there. It's in red. It's beautiful. Your failure is embodied in this error message. You can't do it. But you keep pushing on, and then it says, okay, fine, I was just checking if you were worthy. So if you are worthy, you will pass. If you are not, that's the beauty of this. Because it sifts out all the people who are not meant to do this. So you get people who are mediocre. Of course, many pass. يعني they work at some company, بضلهم يعني Joe Coder. So he remains mediocre, بدل, okay, I know PHP, web development, MySQL, queries. He will always remain in this stature in coding environment. Who cares? But at some point you're going, I don't know why I keep pointing at this, there's nothing here. But, you know? Yeah. All right. At some point you'll cross it, you'll become respected among fellows. This guy knows what he's talking about. You'll find your swing, your mojo. Well, I had a mobile development. You start discovering what you're good at by what people tell you. Yeah, on a mobile. I don't know what I am. Just give me something, I'll do it. Apparently, I'm bad at mobile. You know, and you start getting into the groove. Okay, خلاص, I should concentrate. Nobody wants, in programming speak, it's not very good to be master of all. I mean, jack of all, master of none. This is no good. أعرف one thing, know it well, and then you will be pretty good at anything else. بس شغلتي هون. Don't go like أنا بعرف كل شيء. No, you don't. You come up with يعني people who are يعني مرجع صار خلاص reference in X. That's how they do it. So soon enough you'll become the go-to guy in the whatever interested you in going to. You know, I wanted to do philosophy before getting into this stuff. I wanted to major in philosophy, but I stumbled upon it. I started to grow with it, and suddenly now I'm a programmer. I go to these meetings, and people know me. I'm a programmer. Yeah, so keep pushing, and you have to have passion. Really, don't give up, because I'm the last guy to ever think of coming into a field like this. I had no idea. I still am. I still study philosophy on my own. I want to pursue it as a major later on. But this is really easy, man. All the hype, this is nothing. Seriously. It's very doable. We can all become like Murad. So yeah. Thank you, guys. You're all very good.